to Queen Fabulous. Let's talk about it. I'm Queen.
And I'm fabulous.
And we're here with another hot topic.
Mm-hmm.
We getting ready to get real for real. Fabulous, what we talking about?
Choosing peace over chaos or confusion.
Choosing,
Choosing peace.
choosing peace
Yes.
over chaos or confusion.
Right?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where do we begin? Choosing peace. Where do we begin?
Wow.
I don't even have a way of expressing this one out the gate right this minute because we all want to live in peace.
Right.
But because the world is in chaos and confusion, how do we make that decision? What do we do in order to make sure we maintain our peace and protect our peace and make sure that we're living in peace? Now, what do we do? That's the question. Because there's more chaos than there is peace.
Right.
Where do we go to find peace? Hmm? How do we live in peace? I guess the question is again, how? Fabulous.
I say maybe you choose what you decide to entertain. Because it's a choice, right?
Right.
When someone tries to bring you some confusion or chaos because they're not having a great day,
Right.
you got to choose to walk away from it
Exactly.
or stay and entertain it.
Exactly. I agree. I agree because everything we do in life is a choice. Nothing is forced upon us. Everything basically we do is a choice. And we can choose to live in peace if we want to. That may be, as Fabulous said, walking away from some stuff and some people,
Yes.
some toxic people.
Yes.
And guess what? It can be a family member. Most of the time, it is your family member.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It could be a friend. It could be somebody you grew up with. It can be anybody that's causing you not to be happy within yourself. Because at the end of the day, and this is real talk, at the end of the day, we can't make everybody happy, right? We can't make make people's lives the way they want their life to go. It's not up to us to determine in which way or what path they take. It's not our responsibility. And I think sometimes we take on other people's responsibility
Yes.
trying to be that hero. Everybody in the world have their own burden to bear, own cross to bear. And if I'm lugging my cross on my back, I can't lug yours too.
Right. Right. Right.
Everybody got to take responsibility for their own life. I'm taking responsibility for mine. I'm going to live in peace, and I know how I'm going to do it. Fabulous.
I love what you just said because I think oftentimes we don't realize that we're trying to be a superhero,
Yeah.
superwoman or Superman, taking on other people's problems where it's not our place to take it on.
Exactly.
And we do that not realizing that you're bearing yourself down.
Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely
For
correct.
what? And you can't save them.
Exactly.
You can't save them.
Exactly. And it's not our place to save them.
It's really not.
That's why we cast our cares on the Lord because He cares for us.
Amen.
We cast our cares on Him. You know what I mean? Because our flesh is weak. Our shoulders get tired.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
When you have a full day of dealing with just you, first of all, you got to deal with yourself.
There it is.
And now, you need some help in some areas. And, we all just need to step back and really analyze the situation. You know what I mean? What is it that I can do for you to help you without losing myself?
I like that.
That's the whole, because I'm gonna get lost in the shuffle.
Right.
And then what happens when you get lost?
Right.
Who comes to save you?
Right.
You know what I mean? People in your family, think you rich. They always asking for money. When you gonna get a job and start paying your way through life?
Right.
When? You can't spend my money up. I
It's
mean,
so
it's things
true.
like this here. Let's talk about these issues.
Right.
When you gonna start cooking me a meal and coming to my house and fixing me something to eat so I can sit down? Why is it that I always gotta cook?
You always give. Why you always gotta be the
Always.
giver? Giving, giving, giving.
Why? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That can cause a lot of like peace to be, evaporated
Mm-hmm.
because your brain is always on go. When you gonna let my brain take a rest?
Right.
Huh?
Right. Right.
When you gonna let me just rest? We don't have to rest in peace when we dead.
No.
We can rest in peace while we living, if we would take the initiative to pull back and say, listen, I'm not doing this today.
Yeah.
The first 5 hours of the day is going to be before. First of all, the first part of the day is going to be about me and Jesus.
Amen.
And
Amen.
then I'm going to take 2 hours just for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe if I come back in, you can have the rest.
Right.
But we got to take out time for us. When are we going to enjoy life?
And don't feel bad about it. Some
Exactly.
people make you feel like you're being selfish.
Exactly.
And that's not being
Not
selfish.
at all. Not at all.
If there's nothing left for me, what can I give?
Exactly.
So you have to pull
Exactly.
back. I like that.
Exactly. And you have to,
Mhm.
if you don't have nothing to pour into somebody, it's because somebody done totally, you done
Right.
poured into other people so much till you done poured out. Ain't got nothing
Right.
else to give.
Right.
And I can't give you what I don't have.
Mhm.
I just don't have it. I don't have it. So we got to talk about peace, giving ourselves or living in peace for ourselves. You know what I mean? What is it? What area of life do we give up? Do we just say, listen, I'm gonna take a back seat on this one. I'm gonna get me some rest. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that because it interrupts with my peace, and I can't live with interrupted peace.
Right.
I can't. I gotta have some kind of balance. I gotta have balance. I can't do it. I can't do it because if I'm confused, then my household won't be confused.
That's it.
If I'm confused, then I can't give you, the best of me because I'm, kind of out there, Zoom gone type thing.
Drained.
I'm
You're
gone.
drained.
You know what I mean? And I'm sitting here looking like a zombie.
And they live
And
in.
they living life with a smile, with a new outfit on. They just living, and you sitting in the same clothes you've been wearing from last month.
Because you're wearing their problems.
Exactly. Exactly. No, no, no. No.
I'm laughing, but it's so true. Like we have to understand, when do we take steps back and trust that they can figure it out?
Exactly.
They will figure it out.
They will
Like-
figure it out. They will figure it out. You know how I know? Because I had to figure it out.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying, and we're not saying that you don't, go for help sometime, or you don't lean on a friend or a family member sometimes. But all the time, 24 hours a day, when we see you coming, we already know what you're coming for.
Right.
That type of stuff. No, when are we going to be able to turn the tables where I can come and run to you sometime and
Right.
you'll have what I need?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I
Right.
need somebody, I was just thinking about this the other day. Matter of fact, yesterday. I was thinking how my mother was the type of person that I could call any time of the day and talk to her any time of the day with anything, whether it was important or not important. She made it important and she listened. I don't have that anymore. And I was listening to another young lady tell me, I went to a dinner on Saturday and she was telling me about how she could pour into my mother and how she could talk to her, and my mother would never go back and, say anything and all of that. My mother was loyal. If you said something to her, she made sure that it stayed with her. Okay, she never let things, tell and run. That she was never that type of person, and I miss that. I miss that because I don't have that type of person in my life no more.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
I mean, my mother is resting in the arms of the Lord, and I miss her every day, all day. I miss my mother, because she was my best friend. That was my confidant. That was the one that, she had the answers.
Right.
And if she
Right.
didn't have the answer, she would say, listen, I don't have the answer, so let's go pray about it. My mother was that type of woman. She was a woman of pure faith and loved God. And so I miss her like crazy. So when I say interrupted peace, you know what I mean? I can't let other people come in and interrupt my peace now. I love my mother, and she was my best friend.
Right.
That was a friend indeed. You know what I mean? And now, when you don't have a person like that on earth anymore, the question becomes, of course I'm gonna fight for what I can get. My peace is one of the one of the tools that's helping me to grow. I mean, helping me to be better. I gotta fight for my peace.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I
Yes.
don't have nobody to really pour into. I'm talking about earthly.
Right.
Of course I pour into the Lord, but I'm talking about earthly
Right.
wise.
Right.
I don't have that person no more. So a lot of stuff I just keep inside. I just don't let but yeah, go ahead, talk. I'm doing a lot of talking. Go ahead.
No, you do. What you said is
Good
true.
topic.
It is a good topic, and I liked how you just said you got to fight for your peace. That's one thing that should not be negotiable. It shouldn't be on the table. That's one thing that I'm not willing to give.
Right,
Is my
right,
peace of
right,
mind. Like,
right.
and I even say that in a natural sense as far as jobs, right? I always said you can't put a price amount on peace.
That's
I'm not.
right.
That's not negotiable. If I'm ever in a place where I feel like my peace is being interrupted, it's time for me to exit.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care how much the money is.
Exactly.
You can't put a dollar sign on it.
Exactly.
Because your peace is your mind. That's
Exactly.
your mental.
Peace of mind.
Like, that's your
Absolutely.
mental part of you. So
Exactly.
like, that's something that you shouldn't even, it shouldn't be negotiated. It should be
Exactly.
easy to say, you know what? I gotta walk away.
Exactly.
You're not gonna
Absolutely.
interrupt my peace.
Exactly.
Not gonna interrupt my mind.
Exactly. And I do believe that a lot of people will be in their right mind today if they had just stepped back, made a decision that I'm not going to be around this.
Right.
I'm not going to be around her, him, them, whatever, because they're making me feel some type of way
Yeah. Yeah.
that's going to cause me not to be walking in what I'm worth. I have to be the best that I can be. I got to do that. I mean, I got to do that for me. I got to be the best that I can be of me. You know what I mean? I can't do that in confusion.
Right. Yeah. No.
See, the devil, it lives in confusion. He's the author of confusion.
Yes, he is.
You understand? So we can't be in confusion. Hi, Kenny.
Hello, Kenny.
How are you? Thanks for
That's
joining us. Thank you. So it's like we can't, like you said, I like what you said, we can't put a price on peace. I mean, there is no dollar amount that would, I know for me either, that you can give me for my mind. 'Cause
No.
I got to have my mind.
And if you're selfish for that, that's the, in terms of being selfish, that's the way. That's the one thing to
Exactly.
be selfish about it.
Exactly.
And your mind is delicate.
Exactly.
And people don't understand that. Like,
Absolutely.
don't put no price. Don't negotiate. If there's no
Exactly.
negotiation. Walk away.
Exactly. Just walk away. Sometimes we have to walk away. And it hurts sometimes, but you gotta decide and weigh your options.
Yeah.
Either it's gonna be me or it's gonna be them. I can have peace on the right, or I could cross that barrier and go to the left and be all in chaos, confusion, disarray.
Right.
You know, and I can't live like that. Some people can live like that. I can't.
Yeah, no.
I can't do it.
And then keep in mind, you can't help them anyway.
Exactly.
You can't totally help. You
Exactly.
can't. I like when you was even talking about control, because you borderline control, because you can't make anybody do anything
You can't do
anyway.
it. Can't do
so
it.
what's the point in taking on the world's problems when you can't control the world?
Exactly.
We ain't powerful like that.
We don't have that power, you know, and even, you know, like, you know, we was talking about the law yesterday. You know, it's a way that we look at that, because the law just gives us instructions.
Right.
But it's our choice to follow the law.
That's it.
See, we have the power. The power is in us.
Right.
You know, not the law.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why, you know, you do right, you stay free. You do wrong, you go to jail.
Right.
Because you make a decision.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's the same thing with anything else. We decide, because God gives us a will. We use our will. We decide on what we want to do. We decide on what path we're going to take for our life. And I'm going to take peace.
Me too.
Every time I'm
too.
taking peace.
Yeah, me too.
You know, and I love everybody. I really do. But I love you enough to let you go.
Amen.
I really do. For my mental,
Yes.
Yes. You got to go. If you causing confusion, you got to go. You know what I mean? It's like walking into I don't know if you've ever been into like one of these stores that they're thrift stores, but you can't even get through the aisle because there's so much stuff.
So much stuff. You're right.
You know, you're knocking down this, you pushing this away, you trying to make sure you're walking on the floor, and confusion. See, I like a clear path, a clear line. I gotta see.
Yeah, see what's ahead. Where you going?
Absolutely.
Right.
I can't do it, y'all. That's just Queen on this side saying she can't do it. I don't know how y'all living, but I know Queen can't live like that. I'm fabulous.
Fabulous can't either, because at the end of the day, I've been in situations where I was totally drained. Physically felt defeated, depleted, tired, and drained, and I will refuse to ever allow anyone to make me feel like that again. And like, just imagine if everyone chose peace.
Oh,
how we would be able to live in harmony.
Oh my goodness.
You wouldn't even see half or hear half of the things that's going on around us if everyone choose peace. Because you're having a bad day, stay to yourself until you get yourself together.
Exactly.
Don't go and pull somebody else's peace. Like, it's just wrong.
It's just
not
wrong.
right.
It's wrong. And misery enjoys company. You know when people are walking around here with a halo full of confusion.
Right.
You know it. They don't have nothing nice to say. Nope. They always, in lowly bar. They always complaining. They never happy. It's always raining on their parade.
Yep.
Never nothing good ever comes out of their mouth. You know these people. When you see them coming, peace. I'm out.
Run.
I'm out.
Run.
It's not even a hello. It's just peace. I'm gone.
Excuse yourself politely. I got to go. Nice seeing you, but I need to go.
I got to go.
Right.
I can't even deal with it. Especially when you done found some peace yourself. You done found a little bit of peace. Now you're going to let them come in and take it?
No
way.
I
can't do it.
No way.
And I love you. But I can love you all the way from the other side of town. I ain't got to be around you.
The other side of the world.
I'm telling you, I'm out. Trust that. I'm gone. No problems leaving. Don't feel bad at all. Don't feel bad, because we got to find a way to keep ourselves in a stable condition, where we can help somebody that really gonna need help.
Right. And this topic right here will really help somebody.
It's going to help somebody.
Choose
Absolutely.
Peace.
You got to choose peace, guys.
Choose peace.
All right. And the only way you're going to do it is make a decision. You know, who are you gonna really allow into your world, into your little bubble or into your space or whatever you call it? Who are you gonna let into your world? It's really your choice. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you turn it on your family. That's not what we're saying. So don't think that we trying to get people to turn away from their family. That's not the point. That's not it at all, really. But you got to make a decision. And if your family member is toxic and is bringing, and she or he is bringing, trouble in your home or trouble in your relationship or whatever, you got to make a choice. You got to make a decision what you going to do.
That's it. That's it.
You understand? It's going to be your choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody else's. It's going to be your choice. Your choice to decide who you going, who you want into your world. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to try to pick people that I feel is going to have a good aura around me. Good vibe, good energy, peace. And we know peace come from the Lord. So come on in.
Amen.
Come on in. You know what I mean? I'll be more than happy to accept you, And for those of you that are coming in the back door, boy. Oh, help me, Lord. Help me, Jesus.
We all need help.
Honest to God, we need
do.
help.
We need help.
We need help.
We need help.
Because I know sometimes people come in, confused.
Right.
But they might, if you maybe, when you spend a little time with them, they won't leave confused.
Right.
That's if they coming in for the right reasons.
Right.
See, that's the whole point. You got to figure out if they coming in for the right reasons. They coming in just to take everything you got. They don't belong.
No, they don't. They don't.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
No, and I don't have a problem telling you don't belong here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I can't do it, y'all. I love everybody. Hello out there.
We see you, Kitty, from Texas, all the way from Texas. Why don't you put something in the comment and tell us what you think about protecting your peace? We want to hear from y'all.
Exactly.
It's important.
Exactly.
And I really believe a lot of people would have been alive today or out of situations if they would have just chose themselves.
Exactly.
Choose yourself. Protect your peace.
I think it would be very wise in a sense that if people would have these conversations more often, and talk about it. And we say this a lot on our podcast, talk about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? We close up so many good areas of conversation. That's what I want to say.
With
conversation, when we don't want to talk about it because we're scared we're going to hurt somebody's feelings, Listen, sometimes people's feelings need to be hurt.
That's it. That's it. The truth hurts.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it needs to be that way.
Yeah.
To help them come out and, open up so we'll know how to move.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So sometimes, you be doing more harm than good. Let's talk about these issues. That's why we're here. On Queen Fabulous, let's talk about it. We're talking about everything.
Everything.
All right. So listen, we want to thank you, Kenny, for showing up. Thank you. We want you to come back again.
Yep, we'll
and talk to us. We want more people to come on and let's have a conversation. We want to have a conversation. We just don't want to be talking to each other. We want to talk to you.
Right.
All right. We want to talk to you. All right. Listen, thank you for coming. All right. We're going to let Fabulous close us out with the last remarks, and then we're going to give you some things that we're doing through the week because we don't want to hold you too long. All right. So go ahead, Fab.
So just again, today was choosing peace over chaos or confusion. That was the topic for today. We just want you to just remember it's okay to choose your peace. It's nothing wrong with that. It's not a selfish thing to do.
No.
You have to protect yourself out there. You have to protect your mental. You won't be any help to anyone, and it's not your place to save anyone or everyone. Stop it. Stop taking on baggage, unnecessary baggage, and weighing yourself down. Stop it. It's not our place. We're not superheroes here.
Not at all.
We're human.
Not at all.
And we don't have that type of power to save people.
Exactly.
So choose yourself. Choose peace today.
Exactly. And be in peace.
Right.
All right. It's okay to be peaceful, to be happy. It's okay. All right. Listen, I like something that was said, and I'm just going to say this on this, and then we're going to close out. We're not super women, we're not supermen. Okay. Sometimes we got to take off our cape and go in that phone booth or that bathroom or wherever and change back into who we really are. We humans just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know what your kryptonite is. I don't know. But I know whenever I'm around somebody and I'm feeling a little weak, a little down, and I ain't that they my kryptonite, and it's time for me to move
I
on.
love it. I love it.
That's how you know.
I love
Okay?
it.
So if you're around somebody that keep causing you to, feel some type of way and feel, like sad or feel, out of place or whatever, that's your kryptonite. It's time for you to move on.
Right.
Move on and get around somebody that's gonna lift you up.
Right.
That's how you find that's you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So we gotta do these things. Okay, listen. I'm gone. I'm out of here. We will talk to you all day. But we know you got things to do, and guess what? We got things to do too.
Yes.
But we enjoy talking to you now. We enjoy that. Don't we, Patty?
Yes, we do. We do, but it's time to go.
It's time to go. We got to get up out of here, okay? So listen, we'll be here next Monday. If it be the Lord's will, we'll be here next Monday from 2 until 2:30.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe around between 2 and 2:15. Sometimes it'll be 2:15, sometimes it'll be 2:30, okay?
Right.
It all depends on the topic and how far we getting into it, all right? But listen, we thank you for showing up again, Kenny from Texas.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Kenny.
Thank you, okay? We want you to come back, bring a friend or two, and come back and join us next week as well, all right? We'll be here. And listen, we have other things going on through the week. I'm going to let Fabulous tell you about those things, and then we're really going to end this podcast.
Okay, so we know this channel is Queen Fabulous. Let's talk about it. The other channel is J Renee's Style. All right, that channel is to encourage people to save.
Yeah.
Save your money, especially in this economy today, y'all. We all know we need to save. So that channel was created to help encourage people and give you different ideas on how to save. And you don't need a whole lot of money to start with, okay? So on Mondays, we know it's Queen Fabulous. Let's talk about it. Tuesdays on J Renee's Style channel is the cash stuffing. Wednesdays is the savings challenge. Thursdays and Fridays is the mini savings challenges, and Saturday and Sunday is the box challenges.
Yes.
So check us out.
In that order.
Check us out.
We be here. Okay, Monday through Sunday. You can catch us here. And you know what? Listen, the only time you're going to hear from Fabulous is on Queen Fabulous. Let's talk about
That's
it.
it.
But Monday through, Tuesday through Saturday, she's my conscience.
Yep.
But she be with me.
Yes.
Okay, while I'm doing all of that other stuff, she be with me. But you don't hear her doing a lot of talking, all right? But listen, we love you out there. We really want you to subscribe,
Right.
share, and like.
Yes.
And make sure you get this podcast out there for us, okay? We just started in this, you know what I mean? But we not quitting.
Nope. No.
We gonna continue until it goes viral. We
That's
want it
it.
to go viral, all
That's
right?
it.
And the only way that can happen is that you can help us do so, all right? And we looking forward for your help now, all right? So listen, and I want to say this too: if there's any topic that you may want us to talk about that's reasonable, that we can say, let us know.
Right.
Because what we're doing, we ain't got no script.
Nope. This is
We
not
ain't got
scripted,
no,
y'all.
we don't have no notes. Matter of fact, we just thought about the topic right before we came on.
Like 2 minutes
Absolutely,
before 2.
and this is how we get down. So come on through, all right? Listen, we out of here. Listen, we want you to be here with us next Monday, 2 p.m., okay? For Queen Fabulous to talk about it. I'm Queen.
And I'm Fabulous.
And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.